Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and welcome to the program Fuckaroonies. Hello, fuckers. And today I'd like to talk about the perfect 3-watch collection. And I was talking to my good friend Brian from Zircon Security and Debt Recovery. And Brian, I was just saying to Brian, I said, Brian, how many watches do you need to have a really decent collection without going, crazy in the numbers? And I said, Brian, what do you reckon? 3 watches? 4 watches? And Brian came back to me and said, hey, I reckon, Arch, you can have 3 really cool pieces. And I decided to probe him a bit more there. I thought, oh, this is interesting. And I said, what would you have? What would you get? And that's a fairly interesting discussion there, because I'm really keen in building a really nice collection without going crazy. Without going crazy, fuckers. Now, hear me out. This is a 3-watch collection, and we've got a few choices here. So let's go through it and see what you fuckers think of this. So, firstly, this is a 3-watch luxury collection. So this is going to cover most situations, most bases, and it's just going to be cool, fuckers. So firstly, I said to Brian, what do we need? I said, firstly, we need a steel sports watch. Something we can keep, which can get us through day-to-day life. Something that will keep us happy and entertained through the mundane. And we had a kick around there, and we said, right, it needs to be a steel sports Rolex. Steel sports Rolex. It doesn't matter whether it's an Explorer 2, a no-date sub, but it's got to be steel. It's got to be on a fucking bracelet. None of this fucking head on a strap sort of caper. And it's got to be something that is, special. And I reckon it's got to be waterproof. That's what I reckon. If for an everyday fucking watch, it's got to be fucking waterproof. We don't want any fucking, you got to be able to use it in all situations, fuckers. So I think the 2 top contenders would be a Explorer 2 or a no-date sub. That's for getting everything done in life. Now, the next thing that we could look at is the mid-tier luxury watch. And Brian immediately said to me, two-tone Submariner. Two-tone Submariner. And I got to hand it to Brian. That is a really cool choice. A 2-tone subby. That is pretty fucking cool, fuckers. It's very, very cool. 2-tone Submariner. And if we're not a Rolex fanboy, we could also go for a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. A Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso, fuckers. So this is mid-tier luxury. Mid-tier luxury, fuckers. And then the next thing we want to look at is a truly fuck off, get the fuck out of my way, you piece of shit luxury. Okay, so this is a little bit harder to fulfill because we want a statement watch. We want to tell people, get the fuck out of my way, you piece of shit. And me and Brian both agreed the 2 top contenders would be Rolex President, El Presidente, the day date, or solid gold Rolex Sports. Now, I've actually had this discussion with Brian from Zircon, and Brian was saying, he doesn't like a gold head. Like, I said, well, what about a Patek, like a 5196 or a 5107? He goes, nah, don't like a fucking gold head on a leather strap. And I can see where he's coming from, but I'd like to give leeway to the punters. I think it's still very, very acceptable, fuckers. I think it's acceptable, and what I fucking say has some clout. So I reckon you could have a day-date, you could have a gold sub or a gold Yachty or a gold GMT, and you could also have a gold Patek on a leather strap, like a 5196, a 5107, something of that caliber and ilk. So there you go. Three watches for the perfect luxury wristwatch collection. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty, vicious, foul-mouthed fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid. Great vid, big boy.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece, we adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.